So one of the new products we have that's kind of associated with the Glock 48 43X release is an updated CERTUM. Our original CERTUM was a great holster, but it didn't utilize the kind of unique attachments and the durability and the robustness that the discrete carry concepts clips provide. From the beginning, we kind of knew that the hardware on that was kind of the same thing everyone else is doing, and we wanted to do something different because it didn't provide the adjustment and it didn't provide the durability that we wanted in our Tenicor products. So we've gone through multiple clip design prototypes. Back and forth, we tried to do all kinds of different things, but in the end, we came back to the T1. And so what we've done is we have created a new CERTUM, which is designed to be worn just behind the hip, inside the waistband, and we have dual T1 clips that are added to it. So the CERTUM doesn't sit straight drop, it sits at about 15 degrees. And here we have on it T1 clips. These T1 clips are adjustable. They have the new hardware that is a square nut that is captured inside of the molding of the holster so they don't spin inside, which allows you to tighten it down as much as you want. There's also not a buffer or washer in here, so the clips actually sit much lower profile and closer to the holster, which allows the entire package to be an extremely low profile package. In addition to the T1 clips, we have a triangle hole pattern here. Again, it is at 15 degrees. And with the 15 degrees, you can either run the soft loops, the closed soft loops, or if you prefer snap loops, you can run the snap loops. And just as a point of comparison, snap loops are still really popular, but if you look at the profile of these guys, the snap loops are much, much wider than the closed soft loops or the T1. The T1 for sure is the most low profile and concealable of them all. But we do offer it with the snap loops if that's something that you prefer. So currently right now I am wearing a CERTUM with T1 clips with a Glock 48. So there is the holster. Very low profile. You can see if you come at it from here, it's extremely low profile, very concealable holster for inside the waistband. So we're pretty happy with this. It is probably a little more difficult to get on than what some people are used to with clip-on holsters, and that's because it's designed to not come off easy. And if you do any sort of training under any sort of pressure and you have easy on, easy off holsters, what you realize is the holster comes off when you don't intend to. The best way to put this on is basically to pull this open at the same time. So what I'll do here is I take the gun and I tuck the bottom of the clip in right about there, and then I grab the clips and I pull them back and I slide it down, and then once it's slid down, then I can press those into place. Okay, and at that point, the underhooks are gonna bite. I typically loosen my belt before I do that, and then I can tighten my belt a little bit, and now it is nice and secure and in place. Those underhooks bite, everything is very low profile. So we are pretty excited about this. The CERTUM is going to come in one version for the subcompact or the slimline 9mm Glocks. So a 43, 43X, and 48 are all the same holster. And the reason why that is because if it's inside the pant, it doesn't protrude at all. One of the other things that is an issue is if you think as the belt line as a pivot point and you have more height and more weight above the belt line, you can get an outward tip. And so that extra length below the belt line leverages it and keeps the top of the gun from tipping out away from the body and maximizes concealment. So this is going to be available this week for the 43, 43X, and 48. Look for this to expand to all the other Glock, SIG, Polymer 80, and Smith & Wesson guns that we support.